Hello, welcome to another Soulprint Mini. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much for all of the good wishes that have been sent my way. Alrighty, so this is going to be a little bit of a leap into the future. As you know, myself and many other um, readers are not able to get Trump to the election. We can't find him. We can't see him being there. But on the off chance, because you have to understand, doesn't matter what we say, free will have an impact, right? So, what happens on the off chance that um, he wins? What happens on the off chance that another Trump-like crazy Republican has to step in and wins? What happens to the MAGAs if there is a Republican win? And more importantly, what happens to the MAGAs if there's a Biden win, which is, we all know, going to happen? So, what do they do? What do they do without their leader? Or what do they do if they have, you know, a kind of a substitute, but that doesn't hit the mark? Because listen, nobody who has tried to emulate Trump has been able to do it, right? They don't win. They don't do it. They don't, whatever he has, that allows people to just be sucked into him, they don't have. They just come across as being kind of insane and so extreme that they're off in some other planet. Trump has become more and more incoherent. His words are getting slurred. He's not finishing sentences. He's not making sense. He is convinced Obama is the president. He's not saying it. So let's take a look at what happens to the MAGA movement after the 2024 election. So let's jump ahead and let's see if we can figure out what happens to them. I mean, does it sort of happen? Do they kind of become the next QAnon, who I guess after JFK Jr. didn't ride down the streets of Dallas, they just sort of, I don't know, they kind of retreated. They went into hiding or something. Nobody hears about them anymore. Is that what's going to happen to the MAGAs, or are they going to take some other route? Let's take a peek, shall we? While I'm doing this, also do not forget to please send your questions in the comment section below for tomorrow's Pendulum Friday. Alrighty, here we go. MAGA's post-election, MAGA's post-election, MAGA's post-election. I am going to try really, really hard. Sorry, just to totally get off on another subject. So most of you know that Atlas is our blue healer. He's about a year and a half old. I think he's always on crack. This dog just does not stop. The other day, Vanessa got him a horse ball. Like, they're massive, right? They're the balls that horses play with. And I'm hoping that Vanessa's going to be able to attach the video of him playing with his horse ball. It's really cute. And it does seem to be something that is at the very least wearing out some of his energy. So if you see this funny video at the end of this video, or frankly, another one going forward, that's what that's about. All right, here we go. And by the way, you're going to see that we have a lot of snow. And right before this video was taken, we were down to grass and like patches of snow. And then we got 1.5 feet in, I don't know, like 24 hours. And so we're all stuck because there's lots of snow, except perhaps for Atlas, who is thrilled. Here we go. MAGA's post-election. Where are they? Okay. you can anticipate an initial rejection of the results. There are still the Carrie Lakes out there, right? There are still the Matt Gateses out there. There are still the rest of the people out there. So there's going to be some sort of a push about this was stolen, et cetera, et cetera. It's not going to work though, because it very much feels like the leader, as in Biden, the country's leader, is going to be sitting on very, very firm ground. And that's going to, sort of minimize some of the crazy. Not only that, but aside from a few like either stupid or diehard lawyers, many of them are just going to simply be reluctant to start filing lawsuits on behalf of, Republicans who are swearing up and down there was cheating and lying and, satellites from Mars, changing votes and whatever that was. Okay. So make no mistake, he's going to absorb a lot of the blame one way or the other, because ultimately it's going to be the women of law take him down, or the women of money that take him down. So either the people that take him to court or the people that take him to court and win big monetary payoffs. That's ultimately going to be what brings him down. I said it from the very beginning. It isn't a woman. It's women writ large that are going to be the 1,000 cuts of Donald Trump. It just is. And there's so many of them, if you think about it, that he's made angry, not to mention the multitudes of women who are upset about the IV, the in vitro fertilization, who are upset about Roe v. Wade, who are upset about these sort of restrictions that are coming or carrying on against gay people, this homophobia. Trust me, he's just upset a lot of people. You know what? You can be a diehard Republican, but man, oh man, if one of yours is being impacted by some of the crazy that they've come up with, well, now you've upset Mama Bear. And Trump has never figured out that's a really dumb thing to do. Okay? So one way or the other, he's actually going to end up absorbing a lot of the, they're not going to blame him because he's going to be their martyr, but he's going to end up absorbing sort of some of the responsibility, even if he's not around. And if not him, those who stand with him or for him. So the other Republicans who were in the election. Okay. Biden is going to remain strong. Biden gets the 9 of Cups. The Hierophant gets the 9 of Cups. This is Biden. And they're going to try to muddy the waters again. There's going to be an attempt. I'm not seeing violence at this point. I'm not seeing like rage and anger and that kind of stuff. But what I am seeing is a lot of the same crazy that went on after the last one. I am asking, and they're telling me that there is going to be, what they're saying is angry street behavior from those who are disappointed, but not to the extreme that we have previously seen, in part because honestly, a lot of them are just going to feel like their hearts are broken. A lot of them are just going to feel so disillusioned and so shattered. And yeah, you know what? There's a percentage of them that are going to go like crazy and scream and yell and bounce around. For the most part, though, there's going to be a lot of very sort of sad, MAGAs. They're going to wonder where it all went wrong and how it all went wrong and how did it come to an end and why didn't everybody believe them? Why didn't everybody see what was true? And ultimately, they then have to start recognizing that the disbelief was theirs, and that as a result, they are the ones who are going to be left out in the cold when it comes to having a powerful Republican government in place post the 2024 election. You're going to see a lot of them walking away, shaking their heads and walking away. In a lot of ways, their dream, that illusion, was built on sandy soil. And so it comes falling down. Is that all of them? No. There's going to be some who are going to go underground. They're going to, sort of like, I'm getting like the militia feel, right? That group of people who just rebel against and resist and resent all things sort of government. But by and large, you've got people leaving. You've got people sad. You've got shattered, just illusion shattered. And then you've got that group of them who are going to be angry. Eight of Swords. And some of them are just going to stay trapped in their delusions. Do we think then that the Republican Party is going to finally take a look and try to reinvent themselves? I don't think right away. I think a lot of them are hoping that they can continue on, maintain, frankly, the lawlessness of the Trump years. But they're not going to, because the reality is that the vast majority of Americans would really like everyone to shut up and get along. Enough is enough. And it is those voters who ultimately have the voice. And they are going to put an end to the MAGA insanity. And there you have it. That's a look at the MAGA people post the election. Don't forget to vote, man. Your country's depending on it. All righty. Thank you very, very much for being here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Pendulum Friday. Until then, take care and be well.
Atlas. Are you ready?